What might happen to Tesla stock in the close to term? Ron Nobleman stays to be serious areas of strength for enough Tesla in the midst of ebb and flow market vulnerabilities today. Tesla stock is exchanging at around $110 for each offer, and specialists have shifting sentiments on where the main EV organization stock will be before long. You certainly would have no desire to miss this data. I believe we will bring in 3, 4, 5 times our cash on Tesla from here, Aristocrat said. In a past meeting, effective financial planning legend Ron Aristocrat has been holding Tesla in his portfolio. Starting around 2014, well before the organization's stock rose to new highs for the vehicle business in light of late worries about Musk's unexpected choice to purchase a stake in Twitter, Aristocrat multiplied down on his bullish interpretation of the automaker and shared he'd hold the stock for the vast majority of the approaching 10 years. As per him, he intends to hold Tesla stock for basically an additional 8 years. Taking note of that Musk's Twitter venture is trivial. Aristocrat's 2 greatest possessions in his lead $8.7 billion Nobleman. Accomplice's asset are Tesla, which is 44% of the portfolio, while SpaceX holds more than 5% tycoon financial backer Ron Aristocrat, whose asset has proactively made $6 billion on its unique Tesla speculation, anticipates that this offers will proceed should skyrocket for the following 10 years. Ronald Stephen Barron, broadly known as essentially Ron Aristocrat, is an American common asset director and financial backer and is the pioneer behind Nobleman Capital, a resource the executive's firm centered around conveying development value speculation arrangements. Ron established Aristocrat Capital in 1982 and has 52 years of examination experience. The purchase and hold financial backers' $10 billion leader reserve. Fruitless development has a yearly turnover of only 3%. Ron Aristocrat's constant total assets is $4.2 billion. In a past CNBC Cacklebox fragment, Noble Capital chief Ron Noble said that he intends to hold Tesla stock for an additional 8 years. Essentially, I believe we will bring in 3, 4, 5 times our cash on Tesla from here. Noble said in the meeting Aristocrat made sense of that. He put $380 million in Tesla somewhere in the range of 2014 and 2016. At a typical cost of around $40 for each offer, so his return is around 20x up until this point, or around $6 billion. Nobleman has sold around $1 billion worth of stock in the 2 shared reserves that own it to expand the portfolio. Tesla currently represents around 12.8% of its supports resources under administration, he said. I think for Tesla, this is the absolute starting point of what they're doing. In a meeting with CNBC in 2018, the extremely rich person financial backer said that the electric vehicle producer could be a $1 trillion organization in income by 2030. This may not be excessively far from reality, given that Tesla detailed a revealed all-out income of $16.934 billion in its 2022 Q2 monetary report. Tesla announced a complete income of $16.934 billion in its 2022 Q2 monetary report. Obviously, there are a ton of variables that might influence the EV organization's stock, so it's difficult to tell whether Tesla will, without a doubt, turn into a $1 trillion organization in income before the decade's over. I figured very well maybe a $500 billion battery business, a $500 billion vehicle business. I give that a 50/50 possibility. The tycoon purchase and hold financial backer said the way that it very well may be a $60 billion organization in 3 years. I give that perhaps 80% possibility, he added, in spite of the fact that Tesla stock has unquestionably gotten destroyed lately. Tycoon financial backer Ron Nobleman sees huge open doors and stays bullish on Tesla regardless of market tumult. Barron has survived a lot of bear markets. He said he sees enormous open doors today following the about 21 drop in the SP 500 file a year prior. Nothing was modest. Now it's the inverse. Barron said stocks are bargain basement on a flat-out premise. Numerous development stocks have been hard hit by higher loan costs. Noble conceded that occasionally it has been extreme when it's all red on the green and markets fall yet. That is the point at which his purchase and hold reasoning turns out to be a higher priority than any time in recent memory. His subsidizes, which commonly have exceptionally low turnover, have kept on purchasing when lucky, possibly selling when basics change, or on the other hand, on the off chance that we really want to rebalance the portfolio. He made sense of organizations that we're putting resources into ought to benefit and develop regardless of the confusion. What's more, eventually markets will balance out. Barron added, anticipating a recuperation toward the finish of 2024 with stocks liable to get back to where they were in November 2021 and back to multiplying each 5 to a decade. A main justification behind his blushing viewpoint is the association's large wagered on Musk's electric vehicle creator, the extremely rich person. Cash chief previously fabricated his uncompromising stances in Tesla somewhere in the range of 2014 and 2016 effective money management, a sum of $387 million, which has since created billions of dollars in gains. Notwithstanding a 50 drop in Tesla partakes in 2022, Noble stayed persuaded that his inflexible stances will proceed with you to take care of from here on out. In the event that I would purchase more the long-lasting Tesla bull, underline the organization's high development rate both as far as creation and deals, while likewise expecting that the vehicle creator can additionally further develop its net revenues. Tesla has kept on expanding its vehicle creation and conveyances last month, announcing 343,000 conveyances in the quarter finishing September 30th, 2022, up from a little more than 250,000 a year prior. What's all the more quarterly income outperformed 21 billion bucks, up north of 50% from a similar period last year. Out and out Barron's firm has 19 finances that regulate almost 40 billion bucks in resources. A few of those have made large wagers on Tesla, including the $6 billion resources aristocrat accomplices asset and the $700 million nobleman-centered development reserve. In 10 years, Tesla will be the biggest and most productive organization on the planet, Barron told Forbes in a meeting prior to facilitating his venture gathering toward the beginning of November. Despite the fact that Aristocrat recognized this year as an unpleasant year for his assets and Tesla, he likewise called it relative, remarking that, as a result of our low turnover and extraordinary long-haul record, financial backers will give us a little leeway, and to show restraint, Aristocrat accepts that Tesla's stock will be valued at around 500 to 600 bucks by 2025. In 8 to a decade, we should be somewhere near 4.5 trillion bucks. Noble said the tycoon store chief concurs with Musk's new remarks that Tesla could develop to be greater than Apple and Saudi Aramco joined, which suggests a valuation of multiple trillion bucks, the numerical behind. Barron's bullish valuation target is exclusively predicated on Tesla fundamentally scaling its business over the course of the following 10 years, selling around 20 million vehicles each year. Tesla is on target to sell a little more than 1 million vehicles in 2022. In 2030, assuming he does 20 million vehicles each year and they're 50,000 bucks a vehicle, that is 1 trillion in incomes, and he gets working benefits at somewhere near 30%. Bearing makes sense of Lane, adding that a 15x variance on those 300 billion bucks in working benefits gets you to 4.5 trillion. Noble underscored that the bull case framed exclusively by the incommitment of Tesla vehicles does exclude different regions. The organization is working on giving to some degree an edge of well-being on his speculation, yet that is excluding robots, that is excluding independent vehicles, that is excluding batteries. Says Aristocrat. He additionally referenced something about Teslas. President Elon Musk, he said he thinks robots will be greater than vehicles, so there's such countless things occurring at Tesla, it's difficult to keep up. Aristocrat dissents of in 2016 Ron. Aristocrat anticipated Tesla Inc. would become quite possibly of the most significant organization on the planet, which it did. For this reason, Nobleman stays positive about his position on Tesla stock, paying little mind to monetary issues that might influence stock costs. Nobleman highlighted names like Tesla as instances of the kind of organizations that could lead the following flood of tech development. Realized Barron's estimate is about long-haul ventures as opposed to day exchanging, and reflects a large part of the guidance the financial backer has presented. About the monetary advantages of watching build revenue develop, the key for financial backers then is to find stocks that are set to acquire going ahead when the bear market runs its course, regardless of whether they are down now. Nobleman said, I let you know quite some time in the past that I thought we'd bring in multiple times our cash in Tesla. Up until this point, we've made multiple times I currently believe we will make twofold or triple in the future for the following 5 years, and twofold or triple again throughout the following 5 years. I believe there's something else to go in Tesla before I even need to contemplate this on the off chance that we're correct. Despite the fact that Nobleman's standpoint for Tesla might appear to be outlandish, particularly given the stock's valuation in the market today, Aristocrat, alongside other Tesla bulls and lovers, is hopeful that Tesla stock will actually want to recuperate before long. Try to buy into this feed for more.